Home is where connections are made, memories are formed, and ideas are born. And no one knows home better than NFM. Thanks for tuning in to I Am Home, the podcast that goes deeper than trends and dives into what it means to make your house a home.
Well, hey, folks, this is I Am Home, and I am Tyler Wisecup, and I'm here with the 24-karat gold star that is Becca Sudbeck.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi, Becca, and the always money Hilary Woltemat.
Hey.
Hilary is our visual display general manager. We were also joined in this episode by the priceless Andy Shefsky. Just huge shout out to him. He's our community and public relations manager here at NFM, and he helped us snag some really excellent guests that we're excited to have you listen to here in a minute. But the goal was to talk about Berkshire Hathaway, and we pulled people in from the floor to have them tell us a little bit about their experiences, about what it's like being at the event, whether you've been here many years or you've been here your first time. And we had a good range of folks to talk to about it. And I know that you're all really going to enjoy the episode. Hilary, was there a standout for you?
Oh, well, the fact that we had like a published author, a 28-year-old published author that wrote a book all about Warren was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And he'd been here 5 years already over the span of 12 years. Yeah.
This was his fifth year.
Yeah. So that was pretty memorable. I mean, I think that our guests are just more and more interesting every year, but this year, Andy knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Annual tradition for us to do this kind of episode where we're literally just like walking the floor and saying, hey, do you guys want to do a podcast? And people take us up on it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Andy has a way.
He does. He's got a charm, right?
Yeah. Becca, was there any like standout guess or moment from the interview?
I mean, I kind of agree with Hilary, but I also thought that the father-son duo, our first guests, were super fun. I love seeing like it, like I'll stay in the family and they get into it together, and it's kind of fun to see that.
Yeah.
That gives the warm fuzzies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. I thought they were super sweet, and they had such a fun story and just a good, like, everyone that we talked to was just so good natured, just like so excited to be here. And you could just really feel that enthusiasm.
Yeah. It makes you, I don't know, we're here all the time, but to hear people talk about like how Omaha holds this like special place for them, it just makes you kind of fall in love with our city again too.
Me too.
Yeah. And I feel like every year it's like you forget how much fun this week is. Like there's just so much energy and it's just fun.
Yeah. It's like Black Friday fun, but for a week.
Right.
Yeah. Well said. Well said, both of you. All right. Well, with no further ado, I think we're going to launch into the episode. So I hope you enjoy. And that's it. So enjoy. You were our first two guests. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Jack, let's start with you. You're coming in off the floor. This is Berkshire, and we're so happy to have you.
Thank you. We're so pleased to be here. We travel all the way from South Africa. We're a wealth management business called Affluence Capital.
Yeah.
My son to my left here, Marchant. We're here for the meeting, shareholders meeting this weekend. Decided to be here first trip in Omaha.
Oh, okay. First.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to see what it's all about.
Awesome. So the first time, what brought you in, this year? Was it something that you were trying to do for many years and it just worked out?
Yeah, for probably 3-4 years, we said we'd like to do that before our guests aren't there anymore. And last year, Charlie passed away at 99.
Yeah.
And Warren is also not a young man anymore. And we said, okay, this year we need to get there and just see what it's all about before we can say we missed it. We never did it. So, that's it.
Do you have any initial impressions? I know that there are several kinds of things happening during this whole week and weekend.
Yeah, we don't really know what to expect because it's our first trip.
Yeah.
So we've seen a couple of videos of questions and answers and the whole distribution, or not distribution, the whole layout of the CIH center, convention center. So looking forward to see what it's all about. Obviously, we've been invested in Berkshire for some time, a couple of years for our clients. It's been a great investment, but to just be here firsthand and to experience and meet the people and the energy around that. So quite excited.
Yeah. Marchant, anything to add? to that?
I mean, yeah, like he basically said, been quite excited to do it for a number of years. Everyone in the investment industry obviously knows who Warren Buffett is. And I mean, we read the shareholder letters and we very much align ourselves with the philosophy of how we invest. So it's something else to come and see and be part of the Q&A live, get to say you've been there. So, I mean, obviously that is a big honor to be there. And yeah, we don't really know what to expect, but we know it's going to be great and fruitful. And hopefully we learn something and be able to help our fellow investors in South Africa with a bit more wisdom and insight.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, so we asked you in, obviously, to get to know you both a little bit, but I also have a little game. We're going to play Berkshire Bingo. It's a Berkshire Bingo quiz. And Andy and I were talking off mic before we jumped in. Will you kind of explain how you acronymed it right away?
Oh, so as you probably saw with the itinerary of this weekend's events, we have a barbecue here tomorrow starting at 5:30, which I know we'll see you all at. Can't wait to see you there. So Tyler told me that we had a Berkshire Bingo quiz. Naturally, the acronym was BBQ.
How
clever.
Wow.
That's smart.
That's great.
Right.
So we're going to do, so I've got a bingo board essentially with some Berkshire fact type questions, see if you might know the answers to, also just like experiences you may or may not have had, and then some just Omaha general trivia. So it's kind of a combined like Berkshire weekend experience all within this bingo card. So I'm going to go ahead and list off what I have here for the call list. We're going to do 5 of them and see if maybe you guys win a bingo. And if you do, we have a box of C's candy lollipops that we just purchased next door. And if not, we have if you don't hit that bingo, we do have a secondary prize for
Compilation prize.
Yeah, exactly, for doing
Participation
this.
ribbon.
So let's start. Have you tried a Dairy Queen Blizzard before?
No.
Just remember, we got in yesterday, so we've had very little time.
They're down at the convention center, so you got to try one.
Yeah.
That'll be all tomorrow then.
By the way,
Thank
to
you so
mark
much.
off if you do hit a bingo. So not Dairy Queen yet. Okay, as we all know, Dairy Queen is one of Warren's favorite treats.
Okay.
And so if you haven't had a chance to try it, you should. I mean, if it works for Warren, I mean, it's probably going to work for you too.
That must be the elixir.
Yes, right.
Okay, can you name 3 of Berkshire's top holdings?
Yes.
Easy.
Yeah.
Apple. Second is Bank of America, I think. And
JP Morgan.
third, JP Morgan. If we talk about the listed entities, obviously, Apple, there's JP Morgan, there's Moody's, and Bank of America.
Nailing it. These are great.
Impressive.
Yes, I'm
Nice work.
not surprised based on the industry. Very good. Okay, so the next one that I have, visited Gorat's Steakhouse.
Like I said, we got it
Yesterday.
You know, Marchand, you can use that
Gardner.
excuse once. Okay?
We visited Gardner last night. We'll do that
So
tonight.
far, we've got the free spot in the middle, and we've got the 3 Berkshire top holdings. So at this point, it may be impossible for you to get the full bingo, but we have 5 minutes, so I'm going to go through as many as we can get.
Okay, let's
I know
do it.
we have you till 1 today. So,
Okay.
Okay, the next one that I have is knows when Berkshire Hathaway was founded.
1965 years, 57 years.
Yeah, so that's when Warren Buffett acquired Berkshire
Yes.
as a textile manufacturer. Do you know how long ago that was?
Probably 1930 or somewhere.
Good guess.
A while ago.
It was actually 1839
Oh,
was the number
yeah.
that I found.
Sure.
So isn't that crazy how
Sure.
long?
I had no idea.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's been around,
Sure.
yeah.
You did?
No.
Okay.
Now I do.
I do.
Okay. Next one that I have is has a favorite shareholder shopping day booth. I don't know if you've made it down to the CHI Center yet.
Yes,
You
we
have? Okay. Well, tell me about it. Have you had a favorite booth down there?
No, we haven't been able to enter. We only got
Oh.
a passes today, so
Gotcha.
we're going there tomorrow morning early. obviously.
Gotcha. This has been a great question to ask tomorrow.
Yeah.
Along with
Yeah.
a lot of these so
Yes.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slight timing difference.
No worries. Okay, we're going to rattle off the next one. I know we've got a few more minutes with you, too. So next one I have is visited a local Omaha restaurant this week.
Well, we went to a place called The Gathering. Or
Gather.
Oh, Gather Omaha.
Is that local enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the? Did you see their like the
got
greens
hydroponics?
in the,
Yeah.
the hydroponics in the
Yes.
basement?
All right. Visited a local Omaha landmark this week.
You did.
Yeah, I went running this morning, and I went to the amphitheater there at the Missouri River.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I ran very beautiful there.
Yes.
Oh, so that must count.
Awesome.
It certainly does.
Totally
It
counts.
certainly
Totally
And you're
does.
here. That counts.
Yes.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, NFM is
And
a
event
landmark.
counts as well. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple gimme questions.
Okay.
Okay. Next one that I have is collects Berkshire related merch. Do either of you collect any merchandise that are Berkshire themed?
Well, does a Coke can count?
100% it counts.
There's an
Yes.
argument there. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
That'll be tomorrow's question as well.
Yeah.
All right, mark it off. I know we got
Okay.
2 minutes. I'd love to get you that top prize if we can.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay, knows when Buffett bought his first stock. When did Warren Buffett buy his first stock?
I read this the other day. But I
What did it
forgot.
say?
There's
he
several
was-
different options for answers.
He was at school still. He was a
I think
teenager.
he was 17.
Yeah, I can't remember that age, but it was before he finished school. I have to guess, 15, somewhere.
Yeah, it's a good guess. Good guess, Marchand. Do you want to give it a shot? You read it the other day, maybe in the back of your mind. If you go now, it'll come out.
I'm searching. But I thought he was about 16 or 17 years old.
Yeah, I found the number at 11 was when he
Oh,
bought his
really?
first
Gosh.
stock.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's called Cities
Uh,
Service Preferred for
yeah.
$38 a piece, and then I
Sure.
think he made like
What?
a couple thousand, like several thousand, tens of thousands of dollars. I think actually at the end, as it was all said and
Couple thousand.
told. So did pretty well.
Yeah, for a 12
yeah,
or 11-year-old.
100%. Okay, well, I don't know that we're going to get to bingo, but I'll go with one more question here. Thanks again for the time doing this. It was great
Yeah.
getting to know you
Yeah.
both.
Oh,
And
thank you.
hopefully, maybe if you get this one, maybe we'll do the lollipops. We'll see. We'll judge the answer. Okay, can you name the price of Berkshire B stock as of this morning?
How close do they need to
I
get?
haven't looked
We'll
at
give
this
it
morning.
within $50.
Oh, you
Oh,
got this.
okay.
$346.
Go up.
Isn't it like 560?
No, go down.
In the middle. $400.
That's a really good
We don't watch the stocks every day, as one would say.
Oh.
Once a year, we look at the share price.
Great
Good
answer.
point. Good
Great
point.
answer.
Good point.
I love it.
Investor.
Yeah. At
Not a trader.
12 p.m. So I checked it at 12, right before I came down for the podcast. It was 402.36. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
Andy was helping out very, very strongly with
Embarrassing.
the
Then
numbers.
clearly, you're a
Andy.
speculator, not an investor.
Yeah.
Better not be day trading Warren stock. He's going to be very upset with me.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, thanks again for doing
Thanks
this.
for
Is there
having
any
us.
shout outs or any like final messages, words of wisdom from two people, thoughts about the Berkshire experience, anything that you want to add before we let you two go?
We can definitely say what the favorite quote is. You didn't ask us that.
Yeah, please.
Let's hear it.
Be fearful when everybody's greedy, and greedy when everybody's fearful.
I love that one.
Yes.
No, we obviously our first trip, and after tomorrow we'll be. I know we'll be more excited attending the actual conference
Yeah.
and seeing what it's really about. So we're kind of better in the blind of what we're going to expect, but we know it's going to be a great experience. So thanks for the opportunity as well.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you all
Thank
for coming
you.
in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Super fun. So we're going to just be a little informally in the introduction way today because we've got some guests in for Berkshire. Would you please introduce yourselves? Kaya, why don't we start with you?
Kaya Kobodo, all the way from South Africa in Cape Town. Took 30 hours to get here.
Wow.
30 hours, that's the commitment.
Yeah, it is a commitment.
Crazy. That's crazy. I mean, so you're South Africa. Is it your first time or have you been here
It's
before?
an honor and a privilege. It's the very first time. It's been on the list
Wow.
for more than 20 years. So the fact that it's finally happening is amazing.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Excellent. And Chris, why don't we go to you?
Yes, I'm Chris Rosbach. I live in London,
Okay.
and this is my 10th time here in Omaha.
Really?
10 times.
Veteran.
That's awesome. Excellent. So what keeps you coming back year after year?
Well, for me, it's really a place of pilgrimage because to come here and to listen to Warren and to Charlie, who of course unfortunately is no longer with us. So it's a really historic one this year. Is an inspiring thing because they remind you of what investing is all about, and they also remind you about what values are all about.
Yeah, love that. That's a fantastic answer. So tell us a little bit about what you do. Like, I mean, in the investing world, but we're always curious about where exactly the interests lie and how you came about.
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting how Chris talks about inspiration, and Warren was an inspiration for me. I remember reading his shareholder letters more than 25 years ago, and it's one of the reasons I got into investments. I'm responsible for the investment business for a life insurance company in South Africa called Old Mutual. Here with a colleague, and Chris and his colleagues have been extraordinary hosts for us. And so it's made kind of this trip a real treat. And so really looking forward to seeing Warren live on stage and converting all the things I've imagined into a real objective experience of the human.
Fantastic. Chris, you're hosting Kaya, so that we know a little bit about that. But why don't you tell us a little bit about your relationship and what you do as well?
Yeah, so as I said, I'm based in London, and I'm the portfolio manager of a global equity investment fund that invests in global companies that have great quality and then that can compound over time. And so for us, the whole investment approach that Warren and Charlie have developed over time, but also the way they've adapted it, is something that's very important to us. And so it's about coming here, learning about what they and what Warren this year has to say. It's also learning about what the Berkshire companies are doing in the convention center, where you can walk up to the chief executives and other managers of companies and learn from them. And then it's about all the people, because it's an incredible gathering of people from all over the world who care about these kinds of issues. And so having exchanges, going to events, talking to people around the annual meeting is an incredible experience, and that's what's keeping me coming back.
I love that, Chris. You're really good at this podcast game. Okay. I have a Berkshire bingo quiz. We talked about it before you jumped on, and it's really just another way for us to kind of get to know a little bit about you and maybe some experiences that you've had. So would you indulge me in playing this Berkshire bingo quiz? Okay, excellent. I get some head nods. The first one that I have is, can explain the circle of competence concept. Either are you familiar with this one? Kaya?
It's the notion that in order to be successful, you should remain, focused on those things. You have real expertise, real experience, where you can bring those to bear in a way that gives you an advantage over other people. So stay away from those things that might look interesting and shiny, but you know nothing about.
Ooh. Fantastic. Nailed it.
Excellent
Cross that off on your bingo sheet.
That's a bingo.
I don't think I need to do more of that. So,
down there.
Becca's good at finding.
Oh, and you get the free spot.
Yeah,
Kaya.
free spot.
Oh.
So, look at that. We already got 2 in a
on
row.
diagonal.
Off to a great start. Chris, you've got 1 so far. Unless now that you've heard it, maybe we can just cross that off too.
Sorry, in what sense?
The circle of competence on your bingo card.
I get to cross it off.
It's a
you
team
understand
effort.
it now, so
Yeah.
we're working on it as a
I see.
team. I love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good stuff.
Yes. Okay. Next one is, has a favorite Berkshire company. So this is kind of a little bit of a gimme, but I'd love to hear from either of you what your favorite Berkshire company is.
Well, which of the many? I think Berkshire has both owns and has stakes in lots of great companies. But I think if I would actually have to choose one, then I think the one that I would say is probably at this point Burlington Northern.
Okay.
I think it's an incredible business. It has tremendous moats around it. It needs some reinvestment, as we learned last year. From what Greg said, but it's a brilliant business, and so I think that would be mine.
Hey, Chris, just for fun, what's your second favorite?
Ooh, it was a setup. I love Nebraska furniture.
All right, mark it down. Get that spot.
No, it didn't have to be a biased
That was
one.
a
I'm
prompt.
glad Andy set us up for that, though. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Kaya, do you have a favorite?
Actually, my favorite is the prize. I remember reading the original letters, and Sears Candy was one of the first businesses I heard him talk about having bought, having taken private originally, and so it's always stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorites.
That's a good answer.
Prize will have that much more meaning for you.
That's all
right, give you some time to find that off on your bingo cards.
Exactly.
Okay, the next one that I have, can name the price of Berkshire A as of 12 p.m. before I came down for the podcast. And I'll give you probably within 5,000. 10? We'll go 10. Andy's signaling.
I haven't looked in a while.
I have not looked in a while, I have to say, so I'm going to have to take a pass on that.
Okay, all right.
Oh, guessing's free.
No worries, but
Guessing?
if
Take a free
you
guess.
want to do a guess.
I'd
I was
rather
going to
pass.
go 150,000.
Okay.
Take
I
a
think
cue
you're
from
gonna
guessing.
signal from
We got friends.
You called a
Okay,
friend.
I was even close. 609,000.
609.
Good for you.
Yes.
Well, it's having a good day today. So
Yeah.
Well, we had the call a friend an option, so we were able to.
there you go. Resourceful.
Worked out well for you. Okay, we're gonna take it. I love it. Yes.
Yeah, where's that one at, Becca?
Well, do I
Get it
get
to
it
a
too?
partners.
Okay, fine.
It
Oh.
went up from
We'll take
when
it from
I
there.
looked at 12. It was at 608
That's the B one.
563.
Yes, that's
So-
the B's, actually. Exactly, yeah.
Come on, Hilary.
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
okay,
didn't
that's the
read.
wrong one.
He's like, leave it to the blue.
We're
Exactly.
struggling
There we
with
go.
the
See,
bingo
A,
card,
exactly,
but we're
yes.
I'll
figuring it
stick
out.
to my role of smiling and
Figuring it
nodding.
out.
Exactly.
All right. My next question or call for the bingo card has been a podcast guest before. Have either of you been on a podcast, or is this your first time?
Yes.
I've been on podcasts before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
That makes sense, Chris.
Okay.
That makes sense.
He's a superstar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he had to have been. So cross it off on your
Okay,
bingo card.
fantastic.
You got
Yep,
it.
we've got that.
Yeah,
Becca
and
will
it's a
tell
team
you-
effort. So,
Oh, I found
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
up there.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. How close are we getting on time, Scott?
5 minutes.
We've got 7 minutes. So
7
we've got a
minutes.
little bit of
Okay.
time left.
Okay.
I'm going to
We're
keep going
close.
as long as you
Yeah.
guys are okay
Yeah,
on
we're
time.
good. We're
Keep
good.
going.
We're good.
We're going to keep
Absolutely.
going.
Yep.
All right. Next question that I have, can name Warren Buffett's successor?
Well, I think if anybody could actually know what the name is in the envelope, that's quite a thing. I think it's quite clear that the chosen successor is Greg Abel.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to hear from him on the podium
Yeah.
this weekend, as well as Ajit Jain, who's going to be there as well. So,
Yeah.
but I think Greg running the company, right, Ajit,
Right.
on the insurance, and we'll see if it's Todd, Ted, or another one of them for the public equities.
Yeah. 100%. Yep. That's
Nail that.
that's what I was
killed
looking
it.
for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. How are we doing on bingo cards? You guys
Bottom
looking
corner.
pretty good?
Corner.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
we're really close.
We're
Yeah,
close.
we're not far off.
Oh,
exactly.
Kaya's one away to
Kaya's
you.
one away too.
Man,
Okay.
okay,
Give
good
us-
stuff.
give us-
So
give us something
I'm
to
gonna
work with
I'm
here.
gonna give you two more because I have to save some of these questions for the next
Okay.
round of guests. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go two more. Hopefully we can get it. I'm really confident. I feel good about you two. Let's do it. Okay. Has attended the NFM picnic. You've come here for 10 years.
Yes,
We
I've
host-
attended. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
I've been there.
fantastic.
All right.
Excellent. We saw the
Chris?
setup for it coming up. It looks,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Love it.
Okay.
I love it. Okay, so you've attended the picnic. Did you enjoy your experience?
Yes. Loved it.
Thanks. I mean, that's easy. We made it hard for you to just say the other one
Yes.
and the negative.
If I got a bonus one, I think we can both answer the question, what's our favorite part of the NFM stores? And we have to say it's the recliners.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Do you hit the massage
Got one in
chairs
my
yet?
bag. I would take it with me.
Right.
Massage, vibration, surround sound, and we watched the end of Star Wars.
Oh, can't
Doesn't
get better.
than that.
Right?
Can't get better. I love it. I love it. Okay, this is the last one. Oh, it wasn't. It
Nope,
wasn't.
right on there.
Okay, NFM picnic.
Yep, we got
Yes,
it here.
yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh.
Okay.
we got it over here.
Mhm.
All right, excellent. Last one that I have. Exchange stock tips this weekend, or this week. I know we're
Absolutely.
yeah,
This is why we're here.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Is it like insider trading or something? If you tell us about it. On the podcast.
Ironically, the stock tip was about whether or not Berkshire is a long-term buy and hold.
Yeah.
That was the conversation.
I love it. All right. So did we hit the?
We hit a bingo.
Did we get it? Did we? I mean, we got a thing,
Yes,
but we
there we
didn't.
go.
Oh, we
Okay.
didn't get a.
We didn't get
a
an
bingo.
actual bingo.
Oh, we
That
were
is
so
a
close.
Bummer, but we got close.
We
So
got.
what?
Yeah.
So you just have to have highlighted in each of the columns.
Yeah, we had to get 5 in a row, so we didn't quite make it, but we
Oh,
were really
5 in a row.
close.
These are American
Oh,
rules.
We were
so
really
close.
close.
American rules.
Yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Very close.
But we got
make
very
it
close.
tricky,
Yes.
but I really appreciate you both being here. Is there anything specific that you want to see that you're in Omaha, or from the annual meeting itself? I'd love to kind of close with a couple odds and ends questions.
The idea of a bucket list event, a bucket list item. For me, this is it. The idea of being here, seeing the Furniture Mart in person, the idea of being in Omaha, which I've never been to before.
Yeah.
And then obviously the highlight, the actual, shareholders meeting, and, getting a sense of the energy, and then listening to the sage himself speak, supported by the other supporting cast. So for me, that's the highlight for the weekend.
Cool. Love that. Chris, what about you?
Yeah, and I'll say the same thing, because the annual meeting is the highlight. It's ultimately why we're here. Although obviously we've seen all the people driving here with their shareholder cards to get their 20% discount. We were looking just a moment ago at one of these interactive plane maps that you can see. And there's a couple of commercial flights, obviously, but there is such an enormous amount of private planes that are approaching Epley right now.
Yes.
That it hopefully bodes well for sales here as well.
Yeah.
But I think the annual meeting itself is the highlight, and I think it's going to be a really important one because it's clearly the first one since Charlie's passed away. So I think a lot of people are here to support Warren and to be there for this very important moment, obviously for the first time in the history of the company. So I think that's a really important point. I think we expect to hear a tribute and to hear about from Warren, more about how he thinks about what Charlie's contribution has been and what the future is going to look like. And so I think that's what I'm looking forward most to hearing about.
Yeah. I love this. Okay, well, I just want to thank both of you for being here and for joining us. I think that's a perfect way to kind of wrap up our conversation. And again, I hope you have a great Berkshire, and thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
us.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Isn't this crazy that we're just pulling random people in off the floor to here at NFM, and we've got somebody who wrote a full-on book.
Oh no, it's all in there.
Tell us so for the audio listener, tell us the title of the book.
So it's called Sex Before 80, according to Warren Buffett. It originally was Sex After 80, but then we changed it before. That's me. Last year,
Dad, right?
Yeah, last year. Yeah. Sex Before 80, according to Warren Buffett, and been 4 years in the making.
Yeah.
And it's been one of the hardest things I've done. Writing a book is not for the faint-hearted.
100%.
And getting it done. I mean, even seeing you guys with it now is quite surreal.
Yeah.
That should be very rewarding. A lot to be proud of.
Very, very, very powerful.
Yeah. I'm super impressed, and I'd love to leaf through it, but if we have the opportunity.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, he's not going to let me. I understand.
That's always a positive.
And so we had a friend come in as well. Martin, is that? Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Martin for the 5th time. I started working at Adel & Co. last year in January, straight out of university. And it's been amazing, just amazing. Obviously, I got in a little late on the book, but super excited to read the book. And this is my first time attending the AGM. It's been an amazing journey, to say the least. And not only have I enjoyed just working at Adel & Co., but I think just the philosophy of Warren Buffett has just been incredible, and how it feeds into our lives and into my life, into what we do, and into the book. And I
Well,
mean,
congratulations
fantastic.
for on your new job
Thank you.
and of
Thank
course the book. In the interest of time, we've got some hard stops for our group, but we're going to do this Berkshire Bingo quiz. Essentially, just a way for us to kind of get to know you a little bit. We've got a top prize I think we told you about for the lollipops, and then we've got a consolation prize of Cease Candy assorted chocolates. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump into the quiz itself. First number thing that I have on the call list: has attended the annual meeting 5+ years. I know that we've got a first-time comer.
Number 5.
This is number 5. So you nailed it. All right, so cross off. You got your free, of course, in the middle, and then we've got your attended 5 times on there as well. So sorry, there's
Our
a
spot
lot of
finder's
words,
busy.
and our
Oh, I
spot finder is.
I'm
So it's a team
reading book,
effort.
you guys. Give me a break.
A spotter.
Yours. You've got yours right here on the top, so you can cross that one off. And
there you go.
excellent.
And the free spot.
And the
And
free
the free
spot.
spot.
Ooh, so we already got
cross
2 in a
it.
row.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, go ahead,
Martin,
can
look,
do
you
the
had a free
same.
spot.
It's a team effort. We're doing this together. So
I think the free spot might
hoping
only
that you'll
be
be
like
able to
a
get it.
United
American
States
thing.
situation.
Yeah,
We gotta pay for that spot in South Africa.
We don't give away anything for free.
I gotta look that up.
Okay, excellent. The next one that I have on the call list: have met Charlie Munger in person. I know.
You should have had my dad in
I was
there.
gonna say, I think there's a few
Should've-
people in this book that they have.
there's
So you have an extension there. So that's your call a friend answer now.
Yeah.
You can add
Yeah.
that to the bingo
I mean,
card.
he's sitting 10 feet away.
Tell us a little bit about your dad's experience meeting Charlie.
Well, my
If you know about it.
My father's been to Berkshire 22 times.
Wow.
This is 22nd year, and in the book there's a picture of him, Warren, and Charlie with a few fund managers from South Africa.
Yeah.
Charlie features more in that book than Warren. Charlie by far is much more of I'd say a mentor to my father than Warren. I think Charlie has stepped out of the limelight on purpose.
Yeah.
But Charlie is a big factor in our lives.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. We're going to keep the game rolling again, just in the interest of time. I feel sorry for rushing. We'll have a chance to talk a little bit after this.
All good.
Okay. What about
That's
meeting
it.
Warren
That's it,
Buffett
man.
in person? Either of you had the
Yeah, well,
opportunity?
it's the same.
Yeah, in this picture, there's both of them.
It's
Yeah.
the same
He's
one.
there. Okay,
Same
excellent.
one.
Yeah, but
Extension.
call a friend extension. Oh, so we've got another one right there in the middle.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 in a row. And okay, we've got another one on there, another fierce opportunity. We've got 2 in a row, multiple options there. So I'm gonna keep it rolling. And have you had a memorable encounter with a shareholder yet? Either this weekend or just in maybe your previous 5 times that you've been here?
Yeah, I mean, countless.
Yeah.
Mostly in the queue at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You meet such unique people. Over the recent years, I've come over a 12-year period, so I kind of got what it was like back then. And it's become a little bit more Disneyland-like, a lot of more different sorts of people in terms of not just your cliche, investor type people.
Yeah.
But I think a few years ago I met someone who he hadn't even left the state of Nebraska.
Wow.
So, and he was just, he's been coming to this Berkshire Hathaway for years.
Yeah.
And it was just special to kind of come across someone who was not in the investment game, not traveling there, just a local saying, it's part of my life.
Yeah.
But tons. And you, Martin, have you?
Not yet. I'm gonna be honest. Eh?
You met me.
One. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we'll cross that off on your bingo. I think you nailed that one. Fantastic.
Quite a few, yeah.
Okay. What about has a favorite Buffett quote?
I'll let you take that one.
Price is what you pay. Value is what you get.
Ooh,
Good one.
Hey.
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah. What does that one mean to you?
Actually, I like explaining this one to my girlfriend because every time we go shopping, she wants to buy the thing that she sees, the shiny object.
Yeah.
I always say to her, just wait until it's on sale because you get the same thing at a lower price.
Yeah.
You want the value, pay a better price.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like it. I
Not
like
bad
it.
advice.
I'm
All right,
that
then
I
we make sure to
follow
cross
any
it
of
off. It's
that.
a team effort. So if you
Martin, it's 2
Yeah.
spots below free on your board there.
Where was your-
Excellent,
get a-
excellent.
get-
Gosh, we're
getting
close.
Becca taught me.
We're close.
Becca
Okay.
didn't go to school.
Let's see. Have either of you visited Gorat's Steakhouse?
I have.
Oh, there's a picture of it with
Yeah,
Excellent.
cut out.
No,
Excellent.
I feel like I'm cheating you. But,
It's right here on the top next to the N.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too much.
Excellent. Excellent.
Ooh,
we're
Martin
close.
won away.
We're close. Okay.
They're both on.
Oh.
Are either of you running the Brooks 5K?
We both are.
Yeah. Okay.
We got a little bit going on with Ryan.
Oh.
You've got another friend here. He's
Yeah.
off to the side.
We are very nervous to race against him on Sunday.
Are you the favorite?
Why is that?
He says just experience. Oh, wow. I love it. Okay. 5K right there. Okay. Let's see if we can get this last one. It's visited a local Omaha landmark this week.
We've depends what a landmark would count.
Well, give us your best shot. Let's see if we can nail it.
Went to the park.
The
The
park?
park?
Yeah.
Which park?
The one opposite Dynamite.
That-
East. I think it's
East.
East.
Oh yeah, that's the new one downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the new
What do they call it? Jean Leahy.
Jean-
Like, it's the old,
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
Pride
The
America.
Yes.
There's another place where there were statues. Couldn't really figure out what was going on.
the base,
Statues.
the baseball.
Oh, TV Ameritrade.
Yeah, the
Okay.
baseball.
Yes.
Oh,
where
there's
the
a
College World
statue in
Series
front
is.
of that, like a,
Yes.
a
Sorry?
baseball
Like that's where we have
action
a
play.
big like
Yeah.
the College World Series comes.
Yeah,
That's a landmark.
That is a
Yeah.
huge landmark.
Yeah, I mean that's we are dying to go to a baseball game, but never have
Gonna
the
come back in June.
Yeah.
Yes.
back in June.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is
Yeah,
fun.
no.
Good
yeah,
atmosphere.
Ryan said it's boring, but
Ryan.
Baseball is
Baseball,
boring,
yes.
but the rest of it is fun.
Yes.
So it looks like
Yeah, that's
I
a
think
bingo.
you've got it.
Whoa! Hey!
Yes, congratulations. Can you shout the bingo? Well, maybe not shout, because we don't blow out the mics. But
shout bingo.
oh, you got it.
Buffett's bingo.
Calm down.
Calm down, sorry.
Whoa.
Oh.
Congrats, you nailed it. You got the
Wow.
lollipops. Thank you
Look
both
at
for
that,
doing
sir.
this. It was really fun getting to know you. I'd love to kind of just maybe wind down with a final question. Oh, I've got a good one from the list here. What excites you for the future? Maybe either in your lives or in investing, anything to that nature.
You can start off.
I'll go with investing. And obviously now we're in a very weird space in the investment space. Everybody kind of feels like everything's now shallow returns, nothing crazy. And something always seems to happen. Something breaks, things go out of whack, and there's either massive recession or massive boom. Either way it goes, it's going to be absolutely fantastic to see how it all plays out. So I'm super excited. I mean, I'm only starting my career, so super excited to see how everything plays out over the next 20 years and what other great events and great investments and whether I can make money or not. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I love that. Okay, last one.
I'm not going to go with the investing path. I'm more on the creative side, hence the book.
Yeah.
I think personally, just I'm 28 now. I mean, when you hit 28, you do feel like life's getting a bit on. I know. But yeah, I've figured out quite a lot in my late 20s, and I'm quite excited for what I've worked out how to apply that going forward. I think a lot of people work it out quite late, whereas I've recently quite a few things have clicked. So I think doing what you love, tap dancing to work. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
And I think life's short. So live it like it's your life.
I love it.
He's 28 and he's already speaking
know.
like this. You're way ahead.
Book.
Yeah.
So I wrote a
Published
book.
author.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're doing quite well.
Hey,
Your
yeah,
30s
yeah.
are going to be amazing.
Yeah,
These
I
30s will
hope
be
so, I
good.
hope so, I
Yeah.
hope so. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
congrats on the book and congrats on the new job, your guys' career, everything that's happening. I wish you all the best luck and of course a happy Berkshire.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It was
very
so
much.
great to meet you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it. That's our Berkshire Floor Interviews episode, the annual tradition that we've been doing for what is this, our third year?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
It's such a fun one, and I hope you enjoyed hearing all the stories. I know that we enjoyed talking with them and finding out more about like what excites people and brings them back year after year. Any final words of wisdom? Maybe like for both of you, you've done Berkshire for many years. I don't know that we've talked about our Berkshire experiences. Maybe Hilary, Becca, you guys can share a little bit about your memorable Berkshires and what makes what gets you geared up every year for the event.
I think it's always just fun seeing all the energy that comes with it. I think this year in particular is going to be like a particularly memorable one with it being, the first year that Warren's doing this without Charlie. But for me, it's always fun. There's lots of people that always come in town from all over the world, and to get to see them and to have them come to Omaha for something so special, I think is just so much fun every year.
Yeah, I love that. Hilary, what about you?
It's so fun to see people respond or react to NFM for the first time, because we don't know anything different. This is how you buy home furnishings. Of course, we have over 300 sofas for you to shop from. Of course, we have a recliner that massages, plays surround sound you can watch Star Wars from. Like, of course we have that. But to see like this like Disney World experience for people that have never experienced it before, that gives me the warm fuzzies too.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, because it's one of those things that we 100% take for granted, working here, living here in the city, and not everybody has that.
Yeah,
and you do see it on people's faces when they're walking along, and they kind of look a little bit like a zombie, because they're like, oh my gosh, where should my eyes? Where
are we? Yes.
Yeah, where should my eyes go?
Yeah, and just the entire NFM organization in Omaha like comes together to make sure that this store is in pristine condition for weeks leading up to it. We're just making sure it's the best possible experience for our guests, and to be able to see people react to it is really pretty special.
Fantastic answer. Okay, well, thank you both for being here, of course. And I want to thank you for listening, dear listener. I hope you enjoyed finding out some more stories. We're planning to do this again next year, and for many years to come. And in the meantime, I hope you spend some time finding out a little bit more about our company at nfm.com, where you can shop for everything indoors, outdoors, and beyond. And, hit us a like, a subscribe at all the places that you listen. Until next time, remember, home is what you make it.
Thanks for joining us today for I Am Home with Tyler Weisskopf, Hilary Waltemath, and Becca Sudbeck. No one knows home quite like NFM. So if you'd like more information on home design at NFM, please check out nfm.com and leave us a review on the podcast platform of your choice.